Hi, welcome to Cine Versus. It's a filmmakers podcast that even filmmakers don't really know that they need. So here, basically what we talk about is things that happen on sets that affect different departments, and we're having those conversations because everybody on set, they ch-ch-ch. But here, I'm like, how about you face each other and say it to your faces, right? So that we can foster better relationships on set and have better understanding. And this film team, let's do it so it can be sweet and everybody can have soft life. It doesn't have to choke our neck like this before we know we're shooting film, right? That being said, on today's episode, I have brought a writer and I've brought a producer to come and have those conversations, because writers be telling me stuff like, what you saw and what I wrote is not connecting. The story I gave the producer and the story that the producer put on TV is not the same. And then the producer has some other things to say. So I said, okay, how about I bring a writer and a producer to come and fight for the honor of writers and producers? So because I know them, of course, but they know themselves much better, I'm going to have them introduce themselves and tell us all about their work so that, you people will understand why they are speaking so passionately about this film thing. So, where?
All right. As a gentle Niger Delta guy,
Okay.
I'd like the lady to go first.
Wow.
No comeback. Wow. No comeback.
Nice one. Hi, do I face the camera or do I face you?
Anyway, Azzy is feeling me.
Hi, Tiger.
Hi, Fatima.
I'm Fatima. I'm a writer.
Okay.
So, what am I writing on?
Yes. What have you written? Why should I listen to you? Tell me.
Normally, you should listen to me. But yeah. Okay, so I've written on Unbroken, Inna Carriona, Dilemma, MTV Sugar 5, Game On Season 2, Slum King,
Wow,
Covenant,
wow,
a few other things.
TV royalty. Stop it. Okay, now I love it. Thank you so much, Fatima.
Thank you.
What was it like, all those many words you've created?
It's exhausting. It's exhausting, but it's fun.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Okay, my name is Carol Gunje. Basically, I wish I had as much credit as the beautiful
God,
Fatima.
please stop it. All these humble brag people.
Please, exactly.
Stop it.
But that's the truth, though. Anyway, I've been in a couple of films, but TV, movies itself, basically.
On Amazon Prime, guys.
SMH. I've been on one with her called To Freedom.
So Freedom is on Amazon Prime. You people stream it. Oh, stream it.
And we're waiting for part 2, but she says she's not going to write
I
it.
will not write it. You cannot pressure me.
It's okay.
You cannot pressure me. I said no.
I don't know. And there's demand for it, but she's
I
not
will
writing
not write
it,
part 2. You cannot pressure me.
Won't beg you.
No,
Nobody beg you. Nobody beg
she will just see the film on TV. It's fine. And a couple other TV movies and basically other kind of productions. Oh, and one I'm really very proud of called Pedro's is coming out soon on a streaming platform.
Nice.
Yeah.
Love it. Now that you've done like this for us, and we have our ears. Now let's get into it.
Yes.
Fatima, writer, Kewe, producer.
Yeah.
Why?
My what?
Why do you do the things you do to them, to each other?
Producer, you have the floor.
So I love Tiger. I really love Tiger, but I just want to say this. I think how free are we allowed to be?
Say your mind. This is a say your mind session.
Is it a safe space?
It's a safe space, guys.
We don't want judgment
It's
afterwards.
a safe
Yeah.
space.
I think in the cycle of filmmaking, writers should be expunged totally. People should just go on set and freestyle things, because God, even you, Tiger, you guys are so defensive.
I feel like flipping this table, but
It's okay.
Please, not yet.
Don't worry.
I think
Inner peace.
my experience with the writers,
fine
mostly for the bigger gigs, they're really annoying and not understanding. Writers are just...
you need to be specific. When you say things like expunged,
yes,
annoying,
Yes.
offensive, you need to be specific.
the ones I've worked with.
What you are
But you
saying
need to
is
give
that you don't want
specific
writer again,
points.
Abby. Let ChatGPT write scripts for you, Abby.
Okay, so I'll give an example of To Freedom. Yeah, we're trying to pick our battles financially. As a producer, I'm guessing you're a producer also, because most writers is writing, producing.
Yeah.
you need to fight the right battles because you know what you're working with in Nigeria, especially when you're an indie producer. And then you have one Taigiru sitting down. Oh no, you cannot touch that scene. No.
It's
That's very
important to
pivotal in the thought
story.
process. No,
It's important to story, guys. I will not sacrifice. What am I fighting?
Like,
Did you come to attack me, Fatima?
no,
please
not
speak
at all.
with us.
Like I just feel writers once they're in that la la land, it becomes very difficult to come down to earth, and then they start to feel. Do you know? I've done a film once, and the writer sent me a very beautiful text. Oh wow, what a nice try! I feel really disappointed I gave this gig to you, but anyway, hopefully we'll work again soon. And can I call names?
Don't.
Ah God, if I see that
Because
guy,
I know that you will call him. Don't
if I
call
see that
names.
guy, I'm waiting for him.
In
Anywhere I
the
see
front.
him, be it public, be it private, we will fight. You know, and,
You tear
and,
shirt at me.
and I don't know the mindset of.
Kind of 50-50 on this.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
And it's too. You know, sometimes on set here, and I didn't have that issue until Freedom, not because she's here. Well, we did not have that issue. I've done other bigger gigs, even Pedro's. God, I mean no disrespect, though. I don't know why I said that. God, you
We'll
know.
help you blip it.
You know, as a producer, you're reading. You're not reading creatively.
Yeah, reading.
You're reading
Financially,
to write a budget, just like an LP. You're reading to write a budget. You're reading to work within that budget.
Yeah.
And then you get on set, and then they start telling you some creative impossibilities that can be made possible with more funds outside what you've already budgeted for. And you'll be like, are the directing team, are they mad? Or is the writer, is something wrong with the writer?
So you said directors. That's a separate.
No, like they go hand in hand, because you know when the director is reading a script, the reason a producer would call a director is because the director knows better than the producer
How to interpret the script.
creatively, which means if there are things that might cause problem on set, the director should troubleshoot it before.
Yeah.
That's why we have
Yeah.
pre-production.
Yeah.
And this girl is very big on pre-production because god damn it, you know. And then we're on set, and then you're giving me these problems that I did not even envisage. Who would I vent to? You know, do you know I've had like 3 days downtime for a writer to rewrite an episode, because even when it was written, we had pre-production of a month. Oh, nobody saw it.
I was about to ask.
Nobody saw it.
Yeah, how did
When
you
it was
get
written, only writer had continuity problem. What about the full film? The writer had a continuity problem for a series.
But these problems, they sound like a problem of, I won't say experience,
Yeah,
but it's an experience thing also.
yeah,
Yeah.
Because me, I'm primarily a TV writer. And a TV writer is a very humbling experience.
yes.
Because we don't have time for...
I just entered that game, and I know
Exactly.
it's
TV
crazy.
doesn't have time for your writing dreams, and they don't have time. They don't have the budget. They don't have. So I think that's an experience thing. I can't say, because I say I'm 50-50. I'm for the writer, and I also understand where the producer is coming
Yeah.
from. But I don't think it should be that bad that the writer says you can't. So the thing is, when writers complain about changes, we're not saying don't change anything. That's people always assume every writer is so defensive. No,
Yeah.
you're allowed to change things, but communicate with us. Keep us like we're part of the project. That is what I'm also getting to with producers.
Say it for us.
Producers-
Help us.
Producers like to have this. I don't know. I'm not generalizing, but I guess it's when it's more than 3 people, it's a problem.
Yeah.
They have this is us versus them. That's if once you
True.
submitted your script, it's like, okay, you're off the project. It's
Yeah.
mine. No, we're still in this project. Unless
Yeah.
the writer says, don't call me.
Yeah.
You see what you just said now?
So if you want
You
to
see
make
what you
changes,
just said
talk
now?
to the
You see
writer.
what you
The
just
writer
said
will
now?
find a way to make
Some
the
you see-
producers are
changes.
so afraid to give feedback.
Yeah.
Because they think, oh, everybody's going to cry or this thing. No, like, you meet some people that are defensive, of course. You can't help that.
Yeah.
But
That's
you
too
said
on
you
them.
said if you want to make changes, come back to us. That's like taking permission, and every writer is
Permission.
almost like that.
Thing. It's not about seeking permission. That's why it's a collaboration. We're all in this together.
Yeah.
If you're commissioned by, I don't know, a network and you're going to make changes, you're also going to tell them. And they're also going to tell you this is what.
Need and all, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not when the person is being difficult as a person. That's different. That's a different scenario. And it happens. Like, even as a writer, you meet fellow writers that are very hard to work with. That's a personal thing.
Yeah.
But changing, if you're going to make, like, God, if you're going to make humongous changes, like, oh, this is what we can do for this scene. Does it still, as long as it doesn't affect story, the director will be like, okay, cool. As long as you're not changing the story. If you're changing the story because you're suddenly feeling creative, that's a different fight.
Yes.
And that's another thing. So producers are also guilty of because
Yeah.
they have this need to prove that, oh, I'm the one that has the story. You're still going to get your credit as EP, or like nobody's taking that away from you, but there's this need to show that I'm involved in every single step, and it affects other people, not only writers, even other crew members, production design and everything. They'll be complaining that, okay, I'm not even getting my own, like, my space to do my work because this person wants to prove that they know everything. So
Well, I've seen a few producer friends that act like they know everything, and you know that that's an unfortunate thing that comes with experience. The older you get in the game, the more you feel you are very vast in almost all departments, and it becomes your own undoing. But me, that is still new. I can still see clearly. You know, I've been opportune to work with, in quotes, network. I've been opportune to run my own stuff. Now, let's say indie projects, for instance, and like in this case, I'll go back to it again. In the MOU was clear 2 drafts, which means after that, autant, it means if I'm going to come back to you, we're going to talk money. And then I'm on set, we have a major blunder. And then I'm coming back, and the first thing the writer is saying is, oh, sorry, but you know that we need to talk Naira and Kobo first. And we're having downtime. And then the writer is now saying, why did you people do you understand? There are a lot of things that I've noticed with all writers, and I find it very annoying. They are not very thoughtful towards producers and productions.
disagree.
No,
I'm saying
I don't agree with
I'm
that.
saying I don't think writers are really thoughtful. Okay, I'll give you
don't
an
agree with that.
example. In a sequence, you're doing one scene in Mende, you're doing another scene in that same sequence. So in Badagry, that same sequence, you have to go to Jamaica, and I'm like,
That's not thoughtfulness. That's just somebody not like. That's not. I won't use the word thoughtful.
yeah.
I feel that's not knowing how to do your work.
No, but then where's
Honestly,
the place
because-
of stifling creativity.
Yeah,
in
that's
the-
not even. Even as a fellow writer, that's wild.
You know, I'm just of
Do you
course,
get-
not like that, but,
But again, these things it boils down to communication.
Yeah.
If you're going to pick up somebody from the road and just start working with them, whatever you see, take it.
now,
and then there's
now,
a case
now,
of a question of if they've asked you, okay, how big a budget do you want this to go?
Exactly.
Do you have big budgets?
How
for
well
this
do you
thing?
want
How
us
well
to
do you
go?
want me to go with this
Yeah.
thing? Should I let my imagination?
If we have a
spread?
conversation and you
Or
say,
should I
"Oh, you're
contain
writing
it,
only 3
right?
drafts from me. You've read the first draft, meaning you can see where I am going."
Going,
Yeah.
The first draft, you pull me back, and you're like, "Okay,
Okay.
do it
you are
like
doing
this, yeah.
too much. Let us
Then
calm it
second
down."
draft.
Second draft. If I'm still doing the same thing, clearly that's now becoming a problem because we've given you notes. Third draft, still the same thing. Off my project, like what's all this? But if the first draft you say, "Oh, this sequence is awful.
good.
You can't be doing this. We don't have that," I mean, and it's changed.
That's a different conversation.
I personally
You
have.
sound hurt.
I have because I've dealt like
I feel like the entire film industry has hurt you. Like no matter
Yes.
who sits down on that chair,
I would be
you are
angry.
going to
I
have
would be angry.
an
Yes.
angry
But we all
discussion
have
with
that
the
And
people.
you
We
know
all
my
have that
experience. in it.
PTSD.
You know my.
You guys, we all
Everybody
have that
has
PTSD,
PTSD,
but we're
yes.
still not going. 'Cause if not, if I hear produce,
But
Oh
the
my
funniest
God.
thing is you guys are producers also.
Yes,
yes,
I know you're
because we
sitting
have
on
been
there.
shown Pepe.
Pepe. Do you know a lot of
But-
writers that become producers? It's not like they wanted to become producers, but they've seen the results of their projects, and that's not for me.
Now,
Me, I
now,
just like
writers
administration.
generally have problems with directors because they always feel the directors did not interpret their scripts or their ideas properly.
Again, this is an experience thing because I go back to using my own roots. If you're a TV writer, you don't have the privilege to be vexing for director because what you see is what you get.
Yeah, and you
True.
understand the budget constraints. You understand
And
everything.
I honestly get that some writers are very, very insufferable.
Yes.
Especially the ones that, this is where experience, the ones that are not experienced are so insufferable because they're just in their head, in their
Yeah.
bubble.
They don't understand
it's
the
just
film
me.
process.
I'm the one that
Exactly.
knows, like, I'm the most creative. When you step outside and you meet other people that have different levels of experience and creativity, you will calm down and you know that, okay, it's not just you.
Or when you do
Yeah.
your first short film.
Thank you.
and so I was in one writers group on X platform now. I think it's called X platform now.
Oh, I know.
Twitter,
X,
X, yeah.
okay.
And
I was just like, what?
and
Is that in the WhatsApp group?
a bunch of writers were talking about they feel in the production cycle, be it pre-production itself and post, that they are very what's it called in English? They're very not appreciated. That even when films,
I can see that.
movies are being promoted, TV
I can
jobs,
see that. I see
they're not,
where
and
you're
I'm like,
coming
in my
from.
mind, I'm like, you bring money when they won't appreciate you.
It's not about
Because
that.
at the
it's
end of
not
the
about
at the end of
that.
the day, at the end of the day, yeah.
Did the
At the end of
director
the
bring
day,
money?
no, this
Did
is
the actor
no,
bring
this
money?
is the argument. At the end of the day,
Thank
you know that the actors would promote the film.
Did the actor bring
Some
money?
actors will
you're
even
paying
promote
us-
Some
until-
actors will not even promote
Until you
it.
pay
off
them.
Yeah. Did the actor bring money?
You know the writer that sent me a
Wait.
stinker and said, "How dare you not tag me?"
Why didn't you tag
And
the
I'm
writer?
like, this is an oversight. And then the person went on.
Yeah, but that person is, see, I understand that person. That person is coming from.
From PTSD.
PTSD.
The same way you see you're coming from PTSD.
See, we're all working with projection.
Yes.
Like I've worked with this
So,
horrible person.
because
The
of
next
what
person
this
that
person
offers
has-
me work, I'm already on my.
Yes.
Like, oh my god,
Yeah.
any small thing, I'm ready to fight.
I get
Yeah.
it. I get
So
it.
that's where the person is just like.
But why
you
won't you
now,
tag the
right?
writer?
But do you know that writers suffer from unusual entitlement?
Everybody,
And
everybody.
Is everybody?
and you're a
Will you
big
post
brand
your trailer and
ambassador
not tag
for
your
that.
DOP? No, let's be
No,
fair
let's
now.
be fair. Would you do a film and
So-
not tag other
Like you
crew
tag your
members?
DOP, you tag your.
But the writer is like you can overlook it.
So let me use To Freedom as a case study.
Why?
Yeah.
You have other
Now-
films. Use other films
No,
as a case study.
it's the most recent.
No, it's not.
It's the most recent.
No, it's not.
The only
It is
reason
not.
for the general post we did everybody, cast and crew, was just because she was part of the producers.
Exactly.
And that was the only reason. Because I'm like,
That shouldn't be the
okay,
reason.
who wants to reach through almost 3 pages?
Guess what?
on
Other
Instagram?
people that want to
Who
hire
wants-
people.
are.
When I want to hire people, I go
Like,
on those
really?
general
Not even
posts
that.
and I
I
check
even-
it out. Especially when I've watched the film
Tiger.
and I like it. If I don't have the person's contact,
Contact.
I'll go and check the producer's post. I'm like, okay, who is this person?
Even
Even
the fans, the
No,
viewers.
I don't.
Yes.
Are you-
They started
because
getting
you're
into it.
creative, you're feeling
No,
that way. I don't
no.
think so.
They've
Because
started
of
getting
TV
into
fans.
it.
TV fans, for
They started
example.
getting
TV
into
fans
it.
are
They'll be
very
like,
passionate about things
yes.
like this. They're even
Those-
the ones that point it out.
They'll say,
TV fans.
now that this
After
person,
Magic fans
this
especially.
person's
And-
episode, wahala.
and-
This
After
person's
Magic
episode,
fans,
chaos.
my God.
By the way, I saw Slum King. I think I've seen like 2 episodes. Kudos to you guys.
Thank you.
But I think
Slum
you
King.
people have a lot of pride. I'll go back again. Now, it's just dawning on me that this was the name I was referred to. I have actually spoken to you.
Me?
Yes, and the minute I said
Wow.
my budget, you just the way you told
Are
me.
you sure? Are you sure?
Should I tell you who
Fatima?
referred me to you?
Who?
How did
Wait,
you know?
I don't
It
know.
was.
Are you sure it's
It was.
me.
Yes, it was you.
'Cause I
It
would have
was
known,
you.
because your
It
name
was.
would have been very.
It was. My name is Kewa Ogunje. It
don't
was
know.
you, and then I
Are
spoke.
you sure
I
it's
spoke
not
to her.
Steph?
I spoke to Steph Dadet, something like
Oh.
that.
Yeah,
Ah.
I Steph has mentioned your name.
The two
Wow.
of them.
See?
If you see the budget they hit me with,
Wow,
if you see,
Fatima.
if
Defend
I'm
yourself.
like,
I'm
okay,
trying to
wait, if,
defend.
if writer they take this thing, waiting producer won't can take as salary. Like, I think writers are very let me not use the word unreasonable, but very unfair in
I
with
don't
what is
think it's just the
happening.
writers,
I don't
because
think
when
we're
you have
unfair.
this negotiation conversation with actors or directors, you don't think they're asking too much. So why do you think that a writer is asking for too much?
Because
guess what?
the
Now
first-
you're not going to tag. You're
Other
not going to
producers
tag
have
the
paid
writer.
us, so we
You're not
know
going
we
to
can
tag
ask
the
for it.
writer.
So for instance, now my name is Kewe.
Yes, and
So
you're a big
God,
boy. And you're a big
in
boy.
film business,
You're
I
a
am
big
just
boy.
starting 4 years.
You're a big
For
boy.
You will not use
Please.
something budgets
It's not
to
by
look
year.
at me and then bill me.
5 years.
It's not by year.
5 years, but look at your body of work. Look at your body of work.
It's not by
you will
that.
not use your like.
It's not by that. You're a big boy. You
No,
have the
that's-
money.
it's not
Give
fair.
us our money.
You know the
It's not
funny thing, even in my rate card, I actually put a bracket. I'm like open to negotiation.
Okay.
Because I know we are- everybody's-
Okay,
Yeah.
look at it.
Things
oh.
are tight.
Guys at home, look at it. So you're saying open to negotiation. My budget for a film is, let me say,
But know
10
where you're
million.
negotiating
Let me say my
from,
budget for
so
a
that
film is
you-
10 million, and then the writer is telling me 2 million for script.
Oh no,
That's 20% of
That's
my
out-
budget.
So
Come
wait,
on.
That's
but wait,
outrageous.
But you,
But that's
you get where I'm
outrageous.
coming
I
from.
get
wait,
that part.
wait. But for this
That's
now,
a very wild example too.
yeah, that's a wild
It is
example.
happening now.
Wait now.
happening.
But wait, you have to understand that in the that is your current
wait, I'm
budget.
very scared though, because I'm beginning to see that writers are beginning to have one kind of community like comedians now. It go over us producers because
Why are you
because-
people so scared? I'm so so confused.
it is-
Writers can. Like,
I'm
that's the
seeing
funny thing.
you,
Producers
I'm
will always
seeing
make
Steph,
more
I'm
money.
seeing Tiger, I'm seeing Donald, I'm
But
seeing
producers will always make
When you
more
people
money than
come
writers.
together, that means now I'm going to produce our own film.
I don't
There'll be
understand.
no hope.
But you know, producers will always make more money than writers.
Always.
Not true.
Yes.
Always.
Not true.
Because you are refusing to pay us. Yeah.
Yes.
The film, you said we're billing you
Yes.
too much.
Okay,
Yes.
do you know what
They are
do you know
billing
what
you so
producers
much.
suffer from?
From
Now I'm
what?
talking about indie producers. We suffer from payouts rather than
Indie,
getting
where-
paid in.
I'm an indie producer. We're
Ju-
suffering.
Yes.
You're suffering, right?
Yes.
You know, let me use an example now. Which film did I do? The one I removed my name from. I only shoot film, only remove my name.
Why?
I used 3 million to shoot the film. I wasn't on set. Someone helped me produce, and then I watched the film. I called the guy like, is it like, let me understand something. Is it the film? Well, because I read the script.
Has it finished?
Is it the film?
Is there
or
some
it
parts
was
that
wherever
just
we
walk?
shot? You know, and
3 million.
do you get?
Hey,
So producers
God,
are
oh.
suffering. For me, I'm saying it full on TV. I mean no disrespect. You know the project I'm talking about. 3 million is gone.
Yeah.
I won't buy that film. I can't post that film on YouTube. But 3 million is gone. And then maybe I want to now do something that's slightly better. And then one writer is not billing me. I'm still suffering PTSD from losing through. And you know the painful though, of that 3 million, I borrowed 1.8. I borrowed 1.8. So I am still recovering. And then somebody will now bill me. I think writers are
Again,
really
that is
honest.
a
Do you know that?
personal
Fatima,
But you know,
experience.
negotiation
Fatima,
is
you know
also based
yourself,
on budget.
Tiger, Steph, you guys charge more than actors.
No.
Yes.
No.
Tiger, yes. Hell
Hey,
yes.
in which universe?
Una the charge
In
us
which
actors.
universe?
Yes.
Are you
Never.
Be
Let
it
me not
network,
spill.
be it
Never.
independent product. You guys charge more
Never.
no.
than, should I call figures?
No.
Sure.
Should I
Let's
call
see.
figures?
Let's hear it.
Do you know that you earn almost? Let me use Tiger.
Don't use
Tiger.
me.
Do you know
Use her. Don't use
Tiger?
me.
No, say it. I am angry.
Sweden, guys. Use her.
You guys
Use
earn
her.
Almost at the moment for network jobs.
Yeah.
When you add everything together. When you know what I mean by everything
No.
together.
No.
You know what I mean.
No, because I just finished a network
from
job
payment
and
from
I know
writer's
that
room to
no
everything.
actor. Me and more than that.
No actor.
And I'm here.
You
Lol.
guys are just forming, you're forming humble.
I
Why
don't
not?
earn- no,
I'm
I
not
don't earn more
humble.
than an actor.
Please,
I
I'm
wish
not
I did.
humble.
I strongly wish I did.
Yeah.
I strongly wish I did.
The only person I earn more than is a day player.
Please. Thank you. Thank you.
It's unreal. It's unreal. But I think a balance needs to be formed in Nollywood now. Like things are getting more difficult.
All across the board.
Across
not
the
just
board.
writers.
But you
Yeah.
guys
But the
should
thing
know
is,
that.
from what I'm like, from everything, what I'm gathering is there's a problem. Even most producers have that problem. Like, oh, writers are not talking. Before,
Yeah.
why shouldn't we ask for credit? Why don't
Yeah,
we're
why
not
is that a
asking-
problem?
We can't, that's the thing. Credit is credit.
Why is it a
Nobody
problem?
like because I'm getting
Have you
my
ever done
credit
it and
as
not
writer.
put the actor's credit
Not
there?
even that. If I get my credit as writer, I'm not taking EP credits. I'm not
Yeah.
going to take your shine from you. I'm not dragging what you have done. Your work will always be your
Yeah.
thing. Even like the big names, big producer names, even when they credit writers, they still call the film this producer's film.
Yeah.
Nobody's saying, oh, this writer's film.
Yeah. Unless the
your
writer has grown to become very
No,
big.
that's the thing. Even
Even
the
then.
biggest project right now, when you talk of something like an
Is it not the
like
director or the
Ijogbon-
producer?
Ijogbon, you're going to call Kule Afolayan.
Yes.
He's the director. Abi?
Yeah.
Yeah. Director.
Producer.
and-
Was he the
Producer.
producer? The director.
Director.
No, you
Director.
directed
So
it.
that's
Exactly.
So
He's
is
always
it the
called the
director's
director
film
and
or
the
the
producer.
producer's film?
And he
It's
has
never the
built
writer's film.
such a name for himself. No matter who directs, he's still going to get his credit.
Yep.
And he gives his writer the credit.
Now, part of the things that whilst there was the strike in the
Writer's
US,
strike.
the writer's strike,
Yeah.
mainstream UK wanted to try it,
Lol.
but hunger hit them small.
They don't even
so-
have the, they don't
so
have the
they
range.
have- do you understand? Now, I understand the fact that okay, you want to say give us credit and the rest, but in the project itself, the credit is there.
Where?
Yeah. As in the film, when you're watching that project, when it's completed.
Okay, so if he's dead, then let's not give anybody credit now. Let's just call the film the
Okay.
name
Let's
of
post the
film and
trailer.
go. Let's
Okay,
post the trailer.
Okay, so
Captionless.
Yes,
written by
captionless.
Tiger. Do you think it would make people go and watch the film? Let's say it's a cinema film.
Makeup by this thing. They're going to go and watch
Yes.
the film because of who did the makeup.
No.
So why is it there in the caption?
Okay, I can't win this battle actually, but the battle I can win is the one of writers should be more reasonable because things are getting more difficult in the full.
Being reasonable.
When you're
You
approaching the
earn it.
writers,
You
talk about
actually earn being
budget.
reasonable. This
Fatima,
is another
Fatima,
thing.
let me tell you.
You earn being
Let
reasonable.
me state this. So there's a beautiful friend of mine that writes scripts. Now we've done like maybe 7 TV films and all. Like
Well, that's a lot.
no small budget films.
Please, it's still something.
Yes.
Still something.
And I said, okay, I've lost 3 million. Let me just risk 2 more films before I'm getting married, and then, let me risk 2 more films. And then this writer that I've been paying 200 card says, oh, it's 450. And I was like, oh no, I understand. It's not network. It's not network. It's Cayman. It's my film. Like I want to put it on YouTube. It's my film. We're like, oh yeah, I understand. But my rent just got increased, so it's 450.
Can you blame him, though?
Now I understand
It's
that.
tough. It's
I understand
tough
that
for
personal
both
life
sides.
has increased.
Diesel.
Yeah.
He probably wants to marry too.
But guess what, my love?
tough.
Guess what, my love? If I take that film to one of the 2 biggest platforms that still buy films regularly, they will still give us the same paltry amount that has been given in the past. So if the income is not increasing, why is salary going to increase?
because
You
diesel
have
and
stated
tomato
the
has
problem.
increased
The income
and
is not
rent.
increasing. It's nobody's.
increasing.
It's nobody's fault.
Yes.
But the end, like you guys that start the production, which of course every production starts with a writer, but people should be reasonable to
We are talking
understand
about
that
reasonable. You've
it
not
is
spoken
still the
about-
same
you-
thing.
But why?
Okay,
Like,
do
why
you know
are
that-
writers the
Do you
ones
know
that
that- do you
have
know
to
that-
be
do you know
reasonable?
that
Exactly.
the
Why are
budget-
writers
do you know
the
the budget for a network I did like all these commission jobs for? Do you know the budget I used? Was it 2 years ago? It's the same budget they want to even still give me.
Same.
now.
They did it to me
They,
too.
they did, Abi. Do you
Yeah.
understand? Now, how do you go back and have conversations with everybody? Like you and your eye don't beat now for writing. How do you have a conversation with yourself? That, okay, I'm going to take this fee. Do you understand? There needs to be
Again,
some
I think this is why I
sensitivity
said
and
like
fairness.
relationships.
But it's not just the
Relationships matter.
Yeah.
Like if you work with someone that is reasonable, you earn that reasonable. That's
Yeah.
the reasonability English. But the person
That word.
also has to trust you. That okay, you know what? If Tiger called me for a project, I know okay, it's Tiger. I know no matter what, she'll do her best to make it a good project. So I'm willing to look away at certain things. Again, relationships, communication. These things build.
Communication.
These things build for
you
the
can't
bigger.
say you have 5 million budgets and then come and say give me 100 million idea.
So
You
what
will
you're
now be
saying-
angry.
what you're
Or you
saying-
tell me
what-
to write
what-
90
what you're
pages
saying
in 2
essence-
weeks.
Yes.
What you're saying in essence, again, another thing that annoys me in writers, time frame. You people look for, please forgive me, this might sound like 2 or 3 of the gigs you've called, they're really good gigs. I've seen some of our gigs, they're really good gigs. I'm not even here to massage egos. You say, okay, give me 4 months. Oh, I can't write 90 pages in 2 weeks or 3 weeks. I need at
to
least
write-
60 days. And then
Why
you
do you
say
want me
give
to
me
write
the
90
same
pages in
you
2
say give me the
weeks?
same basic thing as if you had written it in 2
I
weeks.
can't speak for the rest.
Do you
But
know?
anyway,
I'm speaking from my own
but you can't,
experience.
I'm so sorry. 90 pages in 2 weeks.
Why?
90
Why?
pages.
Why?
No.
That's 1 hour 30 minutes content.
Sorry about that.
I like
Sorry
that.
about that. But
No.
I even feel choked now. 2 writers.
No. You
Stop.
can't.
You're the one bringing me this conversation. I'm neutral.
I understand that, but I just feel
90.
Okay, now I'm waiting for
2
you
weeks
for
is even very fair. Someone gave me 5 days for 90 pages. And because of, I won't say hunger, no. I was I was like, let me do it. And
When did you faint? At what point? At what page number?
90. The night I submitted 90, my head was like,
I was banging.
the headache was there. That's not even my problem. Was not the feedback I got. So the thing is, again, I'm open to feedback because TV life opens you to that world of doing insults. They will
Yeah.
tear you apart and
Yeah.
you move on. So I'm always like, it's okay. Let me know what I should improve. Most producers are always thinking writers are afraid of.
Yeah, because
Some
they
are.
put
A
one
lot are
blanket.
very negatively
And
defensive.
sensitive,
And so,
exactly.
yeah.
But you should just read the room and know that okay, this person can take and also know how to give good feedback actually because
Yeah,
feedback is
cause-
not insult or just throwing
And sometimes
words
the
around.
feedback is not
Personal thoughts
what they call
also.
defense is you trying to explain, okay, this is why this was here.
Exactly.
And then they're like, oh, you're pushing back. I'm not pushing back. You asked me about this thing. I'm explaining to you why. So that now between two of
So
us,
this
let's now
feedback
figure
I
it
got
out.
was not even a story feedback. Feedback was, oh, you rushed. And I was like,
You don't say.
90 pages in 5 days.
it's been 5 days. What did you think was going to? But I was like, yes, you're right. I was just nodding my head like, it's true. I'm sorry. Next time, but never again.
So now, what's now going to happen now in filmmaking is because you know that there is the commission job where at least, maybe if it's a TV series and it's commissioned, your creativity might still be stifled a little bit because you need to do it conform to what they want and then budget. Because at the end of the day, sometimes I don't know. If you remember the one that I called you? I said I'm feeling like a PA in a gig that I'm giving to express myself creatively, and then my hand is being held all through, and then my creativity is being shot at, and then
But now you know how. You see?
I understand
See?
that, but then I'm talking for indie producers. Do you understand? Now,
The indie
you are
world.
a fantastic writer. I've seen your gigs. As I was texting her like, why you bring me come here? Now, even though I don't get CV, me and my home is only on C. There's no V. Why am I here? You know, you're a fantastic writer. Now, I can't afford you guys for a YouTube gig. Because the range to shoot a YouTube gig is between, $1,000 to $2,000. And in Naira, that's like 2.5 million.
Yeah.
Script inclusive,
Yeah.
crew inclusive, location inclusive. And then a writer is asking me for 450. How can I afford that? And the good writers,
Life is so
the
tough.
premium writers are not many. The premium writers are not many. Even if it's relationship, Fatima, I have met you formally now, even though I still have my call log that I will show to you.
Please show.
I will
Me,
show
I'm
it
very
to you.
open. Me, I'm.
And
If it was a blip in the.
how long would it take me to have a relationship with you to get to the level of, babes, man or lie, see how they go?
It's a funny
Do you
thing. It doesn't
understand?
actually have to be that long.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to.
I
be
can do that
long.
now with Tigeru because we are now blood, but it's difficult.
Like now, when I said the first time I heard your name was True Steph.
Yeah.
So that kind of thing, when you like register people's names, and you're like, okay, everybody, because
It's a
again,
network.
Nollywood is very
It's
small.
big,
Everybody
but
has
it's
this
small.
link to. There's some people that we talk online, but we've never even
Sing,
met.
yeah.
So it's just kind of little things. You don't have to have known somebody for 6 years
Yeah.
to say, okay, this is what I'm trying to do. I don't have, my budget is dead.
Yeah.
And if I can't do it, I'm like, okay, I know someone that can actually.
Hi, that's
Do
what
it.
I think that was the response. This was the response I
I
got
know
from you.
someone that can do
Yes,
it.
you
Because
said,
if
oh,
I can't do it, I know someone that can do it now.
You're polite, so you're polite. They're like, oh, I could send you like 2 numbers of writers that might be free for this gig.
It's true.
Oh, man, I'm like, God damn.
But
it.
it's
But it's an availability thing.
It's-
Tiger
yeah.
knows that.
If it was a
true.
big budget, would you not have been available?
No. I'm not available.
If I come to you and say, man, I'm doing a Flix original, for instance,
I'll run away actually.
okay, it's more stressful.
PTSD. No,
Oh,
PTSD.
oh, right.
See? You see, it's not about the
PTSD.
It's
I mean,
about the
different
money.
strokes for different folks. Okay, so
Exactly.
this has been a great tete-a-tete, and Kewe has shared his heart.
No, it's not all, just 10%.
Wow, 10%.
He has a lot where that's
He has
coming
a lot
from.
of
There's a lot
PTSD.
of
Kewe
pain.
is going to come. I'm
There's a
going
lot
to be
of
bringing
pain.
Kewe to
Directors, writers,
be fighting
there's a lot of
everybody. Like,
pain.
okay, you come here, it's your turn. Collect. Okay, so now that we've said all of that, now we have to end with love. Can you just let us know, what do you love about writers and what do you love about producers?
Okay,
'Cause
so
it's one family in the end. Now film we want to do, story we want to tell in the
So
end.
I'll start this. Fatima, I'm about to get a gig for January. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, toaster.
We're friends now. High five. High five now. High five now. Camera there. Yeah. So I'm about to start a gig, and I want you, Tiger, and Steph on it. But my budget
Set up.
is a very friendly budget.
Set
Do you
up.
understand?
Yeah.
So I'm saying, are we gonna be in? Because you need to really work my mind on how writers think.
Okay.
So are we game?
You have yellow lights, amber lights.
Amber.
Yeah.
Amber, miss you are in the same place. You're not moving forward, you're not moving back, we're in the same place.
But I'm open to conversation.
No problem.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll take it. But personally, I think writers, because they are the first step in creative process of filmmaking, after it has been conceptualized, they bring everything to the fold, and they follow through to the end. I think it's something called offline editing, as they shoot and they edit it.
Yeah.
I think those are really difficult work to do and all. I think you guys are great. I think you guys are amazing. But for those of you that are good, it's good to know your worth, but also know the worth of the industry, which is not very worthy right now. Help us. Because if we collaborate, we can make better gigs. Now, I was in UK and a German family got to know I was the producer of, or one of the producers of To Freedom.
To Freedom, guys, on Amazon Prime.
They hosted me for free. I just did proud.
Where's my takeaway park?
Because we were on green in the UK. That's 4/5. So there's a scoring chart for Amazon Films. So you have like 0, which do well. 3 exceptional, 4 more than exceptional, and then 5 just leave it for the British films.
Wow.
Because they would always do better than. And then we're on 4.
Guys,
Do you understand?
I'm international. Can we say I should not be international? What kind of problem with
No,
this?
but help us. Help us. Just be more realistic with our reality. Do you understand? And it will work well.
We'll try our
They've heard. They've heard you.
try our best.
So Fatima,
Me? What should I say?
a little love for the
Producers.
producers.
Our
Yes.
producers are doing amazing work.
Why don't I believe you?
No, I mean, as I speak with my producer, shoes.
Sorry, I heard what she said. That they're saying look for a girl in the mode of Datola, and then you're not gonna bring someone as fat as me in maybe a glam girl.
I'm glad you're shading
Do
yourself.
you know how much Datola will cost? When Kewe can do it for 100K?
But
Do
it's
you
you that
understand?
say you want this thing. You want baby girl script.
Exactly. So writers understand
Problem.
us. Understand.
So what should I do? I should just write a girl.
A beautiful girl.
A beautiful girl. Even that one is problem. If I write a beautiful girl now, they will now come and start saying, oh, you say B, oh, you say, hey, did this, hey.
Anyway,
They don't
you
want
said
what
I
they
should-
don't
I'm
want.
supposed to give
a
love,
girl
right?
is inside a house and she stands
I'm
up.
supposed to give. let me give them shout outs.
Give love, please.
Producers are trying, though. It's not easy.
It's not easy, my sister.
Nollywood is hard.
Stop.
And they are doing
Stop.
it. They are making it so easy for us. They make it easier than it looks.
Yeah,
So shout out to
actually.
producers.
Shout out to producers.
We love you. Actually, do I love producers? Thank you.
And just to end this, please, writers, irrespective of budget, I think writers, directors, and maybe wardrobe people, stop giving us attitude. Stop giving us mood. There's
This
no
is
money. There's no
personal.
money. Stop
Guys,
giving us
KOS
attitude. and
PTSD is
mood.
a lot. I
It's
think
a
I'm going
lot.
to start the film therapy sessions.
It's a lot. That would sell actually. That would sell.
Film therapy sessions. So it's been a lovely episode, guys. Thank you so much. It's been hot. I even feel like the conversation has not ended, but I need to end it because some people's data will not. Some people will just these people. So I think I'm going to bring you guys back or bring another right.
Bring
This
one
conversation
set.
has not ended, obviously, but it just has to end because of timing. So thank you so much for coming on the episode. Thank you for honoring
Thank you
the
for
invite.
having us.
Oh my
Thank
God,
you so,
that's so
so
much
much.
fun. I somehow got dragged into the conversation. Guys, I'm neutral here. Everything he said,
If you insist.
I don't understand.
If you insist.
So thank you so much for watching. This is Cine Versus. I'm TigerFireRose. I'm a writer, producer, and a filmmaker. And this is the Cine Versus Podcast. Watch, like, share, subscribe. You probably have a creative in your family. Give them to watch it before they enter inside this hot Nollywood industry. We're going through a lot, guys. So thank you for watching. Until next time. I wonder who I'm bringing next. Even me, I don't know. But you will see when you tune in the next time. Bye.